Hi and welcome to Java NetBeans Advanced ATM system. Let me start by entering the PIN number. I will intentionally enter a wrong PIN number there. That's invalid. So we clear that and enter a correct PIN number. Enter, that is correct. You see it enables other options. So let's say we want to go for loan. Click on the loan, that is enabled. Enter whatever amount, whatever the interest rate is, how many years you intend to pay, and the amount of loan that you want. There, click on loan, and there we go, and receipt. Okay, that's how it works. So what I will do now is to take you guys straight into Java NetBeans development environment, and we put one of these together. So let's do that now. Hi, welcome to ATM system to be developed in Java NetBeans. I'm going to start by clicking on File, New Project, Java application. Make sure that is selected from this dialog box. Click on Next. I'm going to give it a name. I'll call it ATM. I have decided not to check this main class. Click on Finish. And right there, I have my ATM project file ready. Right click on the project file, select New. Scroll right down, select JFrame. And right there inside JFrame, I'm going to call that ATMs with an S. And the package name will be ATM underscore system. Click on Finish. And now we're ready. Now let's right click on this frame, select the property, and let's come straight into the code. I'm going to change the size to approximately 1020 by, let's go for maybe, now I'll go for 700, and let's get it centered, general centered. Click on close. There. Right click on the frame itself, and let's go to set layer. I'm going to declare this layer as, let's go for, that will be free design really. So now the next thing I would like to do is, let's come in here and select, I'm going to need this, one of those here, and just to differentiate it, let me change the property of that panel. Let's enter one in there. I'm going to change that later on. Okay, one is fine. Then I need another panel, maybe copy and just duplicate. There's going to be another one here, then maybe one more. Okay, somewhere there. Let's move it this much. Alright, let's add one more panel, and this very panel, maybe that's where I'm going to add all of my buttons. Alright, see this panel? I'm going to right click on it. Let's change it maybe to, let's go for free design, and I need a button. I need one button here, and this button extended that much. Alright, so that's going to be my button. But supposing, let's copy this button and paste it in there. Need another one, and copy both buttons. Okay, well, before I continue, I need some images. But first thing, let's get rid of the content in these buttons. Get rid of the text, select it individually, then delete this as well. Okay, and let me get some images on board. Okay, select this. Let's come straight into this icon here. Click on that, and where I have file, let me select the following. Oh, okay, let's just import it. I'm going to import to projects. That will make life easier for me. Let's come right in here on my desktop. I have the following. I'm going to import all of those. Hold down your shift key and just next, and click on finish. And right here somewhere you should be able to see that in here. There we go. And right here, there we go. Those are the buttons. Okay, but for this one I actually want that to be number 1. I don't want it as cancelled. So what I'm going to do is come straight into this icon here, and let's change that to 1, button 1. Okay, there we go, and that will be 2, and so on. So we have number 2 there somewhere. Okay, so I'm just gonna speed that up now that you guys get, I reckon you've got the whole idea anyway, so I'm just gonna speed it up instead of wasting your time. Alright, okay, this is how the interface is looking right now. So if I run it, let me just show you what I've put together so far. That is how it all looks. There's nothing happening here. The button you use looks like a well-used ATM buttons. Okay, so here maybe I'm gonna end up maybe adding something to do with loan. So let's close that, and I think maybe I should increase the size of all of these panels. So right here, let's change that to about maybe 2, or let's make that 3. Why not? Alright, it looks a little bit pronounced. We'll make it 3. Okay, the other thing I'm gonna do now is let's add more panels here. Let's reduce this, and I'm gonna add one more panel. Let's see, right here. It's about there, and I'm going to change the border style as well. I'm going to make that 3 there, and drag it that much and take it right down. Okay, something off about that. Let's compile and run. I'm going to need some data in there. Okay, so let's get some data right in there. So I'm going to start by adding label. Oh, first thing first, right click and let's change the layout to free design and label. I need a label here, another label. I think I'm going to need about 4 of those. Okay, maybe 5. And I need text box. Text field, and I think I'm going to need a text area somewhere here. Okay, so what I will do now is I'm going to speed up the design of the interface. I don't want that to take that long, so let's speed that up now. Okay guys, this is how the whole interface looks right now. Okay, that's how it looks. So if I compile and run, that's how it looks. I don't know, maybe I have to add a title here. It's not necessary though, but that's how it looks for now. So what I'm going to do is try to add some codes here. I'm going to disable all of these. It will only be, I will only be able to activate it by using any of these if you enter the right pin number. Okay, so for now let's exit it, and we start by entering the exit code. Right click, action perform, and right here I have the codes for exits, but you must make sure you declare the following. Okay, so let's go back. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select form activate. So right click and select event, and let's come to window activate. Okay, right in here where we have the window activate, I'm going to go for J loan dot, I think it's called loan. Let's check out the name of that very object. Okay, it's loan calculate. Alright, this one is reset, receipt, and exit. Okay, let's give that a try one more time. J loan dot set enable. We made that false. Alright, so which means anytime I'm going to copy that, anytime the form load up, the following buttons will become disabled. So let's go for J reset there. Then we also need J exit there. That's one more. J reset there. So all of those will become disabled. Alright, so if I compile and run, all of those will become disabled. Let's see. Okay, they are all disabled. The only button that will be able to enable them will be this. Okay, but let's come back in there, because we need to try out the exit and make sure the exit works anyway. So I'm going to comment that out and just compile and run again so that you guys see how the exit works. Let's see. So you click on the exit there. If you say no, nothing happens. If you say yes, there we go. So the exit is working. So the only button that I'll be able to activate all of this will be one. I've copied that though. Okay, I've copied all of these. It will be one of these buttons. So let's assume you get a password right. So one of these buttons will surely come to life. Maybe let's go for this. So right click and enter action perform, and right underneath here, maybe I should give it a name anyway. Let's give it a name. So let's call that BTN loan. JBTN loan. Right. So JBTN loan. Action perform. And there. So cancel that. All of this will become true anyway. And repeat the same thing for this. right? So let's compile and run. Okay, we assume the system has deactivated all of these following buttons. So if I click on this, that enables that, assuming we enter the right password. But for now, we need to get that working. Okay, those lines of code in here really is just to test this out to make sure it's working. I'm going to exit, and one thing I like to show to you guys is as follows. You see right in here, this very part of the mortgage calculator is already on YouTube, and but let me just show you guys the lines of code. So if I double click on exit, those are the lines of code for exit. Okay, that's into 2 lines now. Those are the lines of code for exit. Okay, have a good look at it, and you can see the object name there, exit. Now let's go back. Reset. These are the lines of code for reset. Okay, if you take it down, if you want to have a good look at the tutorial for that very session, is already on YouTube, like I said earlier on. So those are the lines of code for the receipt up to down here. That's it. Okay, and up here I've just added all the text box. I've converted it all into a string file so that I can then add it onto my receipt itself. Okay, so the other one, let me show you the other one. That's the reset. The reset is quite simple. That's for the reset. It's very simple. Okay, let's have a look at the loan itself, the loan calculator. Here, this from here, from here down here, those are the lines of code for the loan calculator. Let me make this one 2 lines. Okay, from here down here. Okay, like I said, those are the lines of code. But one thing that I'll show to you guys is, let me show you guys the location for the loan calculator or loan management system in Java. Maybe I should even paste it right in here. Let's paste it right here. There. Those are, this one is in Java, okay, and that is the URL. Okay, the other one is in Eclipse. That's the URL as well, if you want to have a good look at those tutorials itself. Okay, I have it on YouTube already, so I won't be spending much time on how to code the loan calculator itself, the mortgage calculator itself, this very part of it. I'm going to concentrate all my effort on the ATM. Okay, let's take care of the display first. You see this very display, I'm going to actually make it invisible, but for now let's change as follows. You see the font, I'm going to make that bold 14, and the next thing is, let me change the color itself. Let's come down up here. Yeah, I'll change it to something maybe green. There. Then I will then right click on the frame itself, right click and enter the following lines of code right inside window activate. Let's try that again. Window activate right here. Okay, get rid of this, I don't need that. So these are the few lines of code that would display the menu. That's balance, loan, withdraw, deposit. So those are the few lines of code. Alright, so I will now run it anyway. Let's run it and you guys see what I'm talking about. Compile, run the whole program. And right there, that's how it looks like. So if you decide to select the loan, which is right here, that activates that. So you can always enter the interest rate there. Let's say the interest rate is 5.6 and you intend to pay, maybe finish paying the loan in about 10 years time, and here you can always enter the amount of loan that you intend to go for. So that's the loan 69. So all you then need to do is use your loan calculator to generate everything, and here just get the receipt printed there. So that's the loan part taken care of. Okay, so let's take care of the other parts. Now let's try and finish up with this program. What I intend to do is, you see this part of it, I would like to make it invisible. So let's come in here. First thing, let's correct this first. Now right in here, I'm going to go for, just copy that. That is inside the form window activate dot, I think is set visible. Yeah, set visible, make that false. Okay, so it's only if you get the password right, then we will then activate this. Okay, you see that is gone. So when you enter any of these, that will activate that. All right, so the next thing is, let's come in here. Okay, I'm going to add a panel here for that size, and let me change the color to, let's make that 3 and change the color to something I can see. For now, I can always change that color back. Okay, then in there I'm going to enter a label and change the name of the label to something display. Alright, and there we go, we change that name to JLBL display. That is the name of my label. The whole idea is this very one, I'll move it in here. Okay, that's the whole idea. Alright, just like that. But for now, let's move it away. So when we start the program, that is where we're going to enter our, that's where we're going to be entering the PIN number. Okay, so what I will do next is, let's double click on these and let's start with number 1 first. Okay, we go to form, that's 14, that's action perform. Okay, in here we enter as follows. Okay, to add 1, so I'm going to copy that. Let's repeat action perform for the second button. Come in here, action perform. Oh, come on. And right in here, paste that and change that to 2. Yeah, so that will number 2. Okay, what will happen is, anytime you click on the button, whatever content we have on the text box, 2 is concatenated to it. Okay, so let's come in here, we're going to repeat the same thing for 3, paste that in there and change that to 3. Okay, that's 3. So I'm just going to speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, I've finished entering the lines of codes. That's for 0. Okay, I have 9 here, button 9, 8, 7. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's exactly the same lines of code. So let me compile and run it. So what you guys will see is we are able to add numbers here. So if I click on that, okay, you see that obviously pin number won't be that long anyway. Alright, we also need this to work and this to work. If we cancel, we expect the system to exit. And okay, now let's come in here, right click on that, let's select action perform. Action perform for that will be, that is clear, so all we just need it to clear is this, to clear the text box. So I'm going to copy that and paste that right in there. So we enter no there. That is it. So if I run it, let's see what's going to happen. Enter some values in there and just clear. There we go. Okay, alright, so no, we should just clear, not okay. I think we should use clear. Let's go back and change that to nothing. There we go. Try it again. Okay, we enter our value. Supposing this error, we clear and enter another one. Okay, that is how it works. Alright, so that is fine. Now we're able to enter our pin number there, so clear that. So the other thing is, I want all of these to be disabled. So only if the pin number is right when you click on this will all of this come to life. So let's come into the form load or window activate. I'm going to need the name of all of these. That is JBTM balance, withdraw, deposit. So the right click and activate balance dot enable dot sets enable, make that false. Right, so I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to use it for the rest anyway. JBTN loan card. There. Is the loan calculate or with a C? Yeah. No, it's wrong. I'll look for that anyway. Let's come to the next one. JBTN withdraw. I guess that is right. And we have JBTN. Close it. Alright, apart from this that is wrong, let's find the name of that. Okay, it's just ordinary loan. And let's come in there, let's get rid of this. Yeah. So the only bit that I'll be able to enable this will be, I'm going to copy all of that, copy it. So if I compile and run, all of those buttons will be disabled. You see, they are all disabled now, only if you get the password right. So let's come into our enter button here, and all those that I copied, I'm going to paste them in here. So here, paste all of this in here, equals true. Copy this and paste that there. There. So if we compile and run, this is just a trial to make sure it works. It's going to work anyway. Whatever we enter in here, just enable all of this, then we can enable this. So that is fine. Now, okay, let's declare as follows. I'm going to call that pin1 equals, let's say, integer dot pass int, and what we're passing in here is going to be JLDL display dot get text. Okay, so whatever is in there goes in here. So let's use an if statement here. If pin1 equals, let me just go for 1 2 3 4, then I expect the system to enable as follows. Okay, so that is the very first line of code. I'm just going to use that to try it out. So let's run it, compile, and we run it. Okay, let's see, there we go. So the whole system is disabled now. So let's say our password is as follows. Enter. Nope, it's invalid. So I expect the system to actually tell us something invalid. Okay, let's clear that and enter the correct one. There we go, it enables that. Alright, so let's use if it's invalid. Supposing we clear, I expect everything to be disabled as well. Alright, let's come back in here. Yes, we need the disabled line of code. Disable everything. I'm going to copy that. So yeah, copy all of it. If we click on clear, we expect it to disable everything. There we go. Nothing should work. Now let's go back to enter this 01. So all I'm just going to do now is just, okay, else if we enter the wrong thing, a message box should pop up. Okay, because it's a cache point machine and I don't think I will use a message box, I will use this. Let's use this to display something in there. So change this to and just enter invalid. Okay, there. So then you have to clear it. Alright, let's run it and purposely enter invalid data. See that? Invalid. So you clear it and you enter the correct details. There we go. Then you can then select whatever you want to do. There we go, guys. So we can just do 1 or 2 more and that'll be all. So instead of, now that you get the whole idea anyway, so we don't have to spend much time on that. So I'm just going to declare another, maybe okay, 2 more pin numbers. This is 2 and 3. Right, so let's say else if is, let's go for 2 3 4 5. all right, repeat the same thing. So I'm going to go for another else if. This is pin number 2. So now another else if, pin number 3, so this will be 3 4 5 6. Yeah, just for three users. First user, second user, and the third user. So that is fine. So I'm going to now run the system. So we have 2 3 4 5. Enter. That's good. Yeah, clear. 3 4 5 6. That is correct. Clear. 3 2. Invalid. Clear. What about cancel? Should cancel be just to exit the whole system, or maybe cancel should just lock down everything? Okay, cancel can also be exit, so that means you don't want to proceed and you log off. So come in here, I'm going to copy all of the exit code in here. Let's copy all of this. That's copied. And this line of code here, that is just to accept numbers only. That's for the text box, this very text box. When you right click on it, you come in here, you use what is known as key type. Alright, key type. Let's see. Okay, only this one has it. Alright, it's key type. I only did that for 2, I think. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, for the cancel, right click, action perform for cancel right here. I'm going to paste that in there. Alright, so when you decide to cancel the system, that's what's going to happen. You cancel your business, there's the system asks you to confirm. If you say yes, let's say no, yes, that's it. Have a nice day. So that is the cancel. So let's come in here and just change that to ATM system. Alright, so that's fine. Save. Okay, all of these buttons now have 1 or 2 things in there. Okay, the major place now is here. So what I would do is, you see here, I'm going to have to redesign the whole lot. So I'm going to move this out of the way. Move this up here, and this very one I'm going to bring it right to the center, and I'm going to, I might as well just copy this, or let's get a label, one label here, one here, one here, and one here. So I'm going to give all of these label a name. The name of this is loan. Okay, this one will become JLBL loan, and the data in it will be called loan. Right, that's for that taken care of. And this one is called balance. So I'm going to call that balance, and the variable name JLBL this is withdraw. So this become withdraw. JLBL withdraw, and the content in there becomes withdraw. And this, let's say this one is deposit. Okay. And this becomes deposit as well. JLBL deposit, and the content become deposits. Right. Okay, so that's we take care of all of these. Then this one, we're gonna have to delete this, but before then let me just try it out first. Okay, so if I enter the right details in there, I can always, alright, so this one's okay. So what will happen is all of these, I'll make them invisible. So if you enter the right PIN number here, then all these options will become visible. Okay, and let's get rid of this. No, I don't need this. This has to go. Then this one, the name for this may have been used in most of my programs, so let me get rid of that name. JTXT display. Let's come in here and see. So let's look for JTXT display. JTXT display. This has to go. That's gone. Delete that. JTXT display. We'll have to delete that. Delete. I'll undo first. I can always change it to LBL loan. Yeah. And the other two, make them invisible. And the other one is balance. Then we have withdraw. Finally, we have deposit. Okay, so when we run the system, all of this becomes invisible, and we also need to delete this as well as part of JTXT. Okay, let's see if it's going to work. It should work anyway, that's no problem. There we go. It's working as we want. Alright, but one thing first, let's get rid of this. That would be that we actually confirm if JTXT is now out of the way. So let's run it. Compile, run. Yeah, that's fine. There. Okay, the other thing is, if the PIN number is correct, I expect the following, the 4 options to be displayed. So let's come right inside my window, activate. I'm going to copy the 4 options. There they are. Copy them all. Come right in here and inform activate. No. Action perform. If it is correct, and paste it right in here. Yeah. let's try that again. Invalid data. Nope. Okay, that's fine. Clear. Valid data. There, that's fine. Okay, then you can now select an option. Alright, so I guess you guys understand what's just happened there. Okay, so let's increase this font size to something a little bit readable. Make that bold. I think it's even much better this way. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, the other thing is, now let me change the color of that. So let's come in here, the color of the panel, let's change that to something greenish. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so when we run the program, this doesn't show. None of this shows. The only bit that shows is this. Okay, so let's run it again. There we go, guys. Alright, we need to move this back in. Okay, we'll do that anyway. Let's enter our, yeah, now we want the loan. Yeah, we can then enter whatever we want, the interest rate, number of years, amount of loan, work out the loan, receipt, reset, exit. Yeah. Okay, so we're almost there now. So all I just need to do is move this in. Let's move it in, move it back in, and let's see if this one is now in order. Let's try it again. Okay, we just need to move this a little bit more. Okay, that's fine. So guys, if you enter the right details, the system enables all of that, and you can then do whatever you intend to do. And that is how you develop your own ATM system. Okay, right there, that's how you develop your own ATM system. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you enjoy it, and for your information, you can always improve on it. The only bit I've worked on is just the loan. You can work on balance, withdraw, and deposit. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial, and bye for now.